I had had this idea about being a coach for a very long time, and something was always holding me back with it. But it just got to the point where I was like, there's nothing, like I may as well just try it. It seemed like I was probably insane to give that up, and that was the general consensus. You've worked so hard to get where you are, and that was one thing that held me back massively, that I would just risk everything that I had built just to go and be a PT. And I decided, no, I'm going to roll with this. I want to do this. I very much wanted to just leave my job and open a facility there and then. And if you remember, that's what I was very set on doing, and I was viewing facilities, and I didn't have one client to my name, but I thought, I'm going to open a facility. And I remember one thing you had said, how you do something is how you do anything. And I wasn't invested in my job anymore, and I just felt like I wasn't able to give my all to either. So I knew I had to find a way to start pushing my own coaching business. At that point, I was able to see that coaching is my purpose. It gave me so much purpose. It was the reason I was able to move through everything that I was going through. And I think even then my family seeing me being able to coach and what I was doing and how much happiness it was able to bring me at that time, it made everyone kind of fall in line behind me and realise that this was the right path for me. But I handed in my notice, and then that was me. And I went full-time coaching. And I suppose it happened so gradually that it didn't feel like a massive step. Then I went full-time with coaching and continued to build up to here. I was very conflicted at the time of the mastermind because I wasn't sure what direction I wanted my business to go in. I had started working online to try and continue to grow my business because I didn't have the physical capacity to take on anyone else with the hours that I had, because it was quite a limited time frame for me to work in. So I took on girls online, and I really enjoyed that too. So for me, I was like, do I go all in online here, or do I go all in person? And I suppose, again, just at the perfect time, the summit was on. So I'd had a couple of conversations there, and actually had a conversation with Phil, who said, you are an in-person coach. And that really struck home with me, because I was like, you're right, I am an in-person coach, and I do well with people in person. So at that point I decided to go all in on my dream of the facility, but I knew I couldn't do it on my own because there was so much things that I was going to come up against. So I signed up then to the mastermind. The first conversation we had once I had secured the facility, what do I do now? What's my focus? Being a business owner, you have so many different things that you can focus on and get distracted by, but it's where does my energy need to be right now? And I think you steered me in the perfect direction of what I need to do and how I need to do it. So I think having the right people around me has kind of helped eliminate the stress a bit, a good bit. It wasn't that stressful, to be honest. Honestly, money, it's a massive investment, and I wasn't really sure if I would see the return. Plus my business, I was only starting to go full time. I had just left my job not that long before, so I knew it was going to be quite a big expense. So that was definitely the one thing that I was skeptical about. I've worked with you so much, so I wasn't skeptical about you or what you were going to provide or how much support I was going to get. It was more so, will this be worth it financially? I think the biggest takeaway is me learning that you always need a mentor. That's probably the biggest thing. You can't do this on your own. I think you sometimes think, oh, this is easy. It's not. And the biggest thing I've kind of noticed is to have someone to go and ask those questions to, and then I don't make the mistakes that I could have made. So you've made all the mistakes for us in a sense that we don't have to make them, and you know what way to then run your business. And I think you always need someone to learn from who has done what you have done successfully to allow you to be successful. They can expect everything that they have not received somewhere else is really what they can expect. They can expect to be treated with respect when they walk through the doors. They can expect that they will not be let down. Females are so often let down in the fitness industry, and Empowered is here to make sure that does not happen.